I've been in the computer and the IT space for quite some time, in the software space. And tell me if I'm wrong, though. When something is introduced, when a new paradigm is introduced, like desktop computing, for example, I've spent way too much money on early computers, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars. I once spent like $7,000 on a laptop, one of the very first laptops that I can get my hands on. And now the equivalent is in my I don't know, my mouse has more computing power than that laptop did, and the mouse cost $10. But at the time, it just seems like every time you introduce a paradigm, it's expensive to be in that. It's expensive to play in there. So the first version of all those software packages that I bought were very expensive. The computer was very expensive, and it just kind of continued. If you think of all kind of you know, consumer goods like a DVD player, very expensive. MP3 players were very expensive when they came out. Blu-ray players were very expensive, and there's a premium on everything that goes in there. So in comes this smartphone, like an iPhone. They launched the App Store, and it's raced to the bottom as quickly as you can. It kind of bucked the trend. You know, it went from, I mean, I'd spent a lot of money on my iPhone to spending 99 cents on an application, and there was no expensive phase, was there? Was that odd for you guys to see?
It's a very good observation that you're making there. Yeah, well, it is odd to see. But,
I'm perplexed by it.
Yes, but we have a little bit of that the feeling that might be because there are so many players all of a sudden playing in the market that are not experienced in pricing at all. Because if you come up with a new laptop, you've put all that money into developing it, and you have pricing experts in the house. I mean, Apple would never ever come out with a cheap phone and then try to sell it a little higher than next year. No, they do it the other way around. They just skim. I mean, that's a typical strategy. But because the experienced actors weren't actually playing such a big role, we had that problem. And the people tried to set the prices low. I believe it was Sega Super Monkey that first had that 0.99 cent price point, $99 price point. So then suddenly that becomes the industry norm and people don't question it.